Hi there crafters, it's Louise with you today. Welcome along. I cannot believe that this is my last share for September. Where has the month gone? But I really do hope that you are enjoying these sketches that I've created this month. So let's dig in and get to this final sketch. So it's really inspired by trying not to use squares, because I am, that's sort of my go-to, is to use squares in my layouts. So in this case, I'm trying to use that sort of sunburst triangle background, but also circular photo, and trying to keep my square elements to a minimum. It's definitely a challenge, and I'm not going to lie, I did struggle a little bit with this one, but I think that the end result is something that I can really get on board with. I love how this turned out. So you can see that I'm just marking the middle of my page so I can add those points. And I didn't want my sunburst background to be completely perfect. You know, it didn't need to be exact triangles, so I am simply just tracing behind and mimicking my extra triangles in those pattern papers until I'm happy with the result. So definitely something nice and super simple and easy that you can get creative with. Now, as I'm putting this together, I start to think that it needs something just a little bit different, and I decide that I'm going to double up this particular pattern paper for a slightly bigger triangle. Now, as you can see, because the stripes go one way, it almost doesn't look right, but I decide I'm just going to roll with it, and that I'm going to put that little grey piece straight over the top, and that, I think, brings this whole layout together much better. So now that I'm happy with the background, I've chosen a photo, and I'm going to cut that with my circle cutter and have a bit of a play around with some of the elements here. I really do love these acetate titles this month. I think they're super easy to use. They're great just to pop a title straight on a page without having too much thought involved. Now you can also see that I am going to go ahead and add some faux stitching to the middle, and I'm going to rough up the edges just a tiny bit. I do all of this off camera, and then I decide that I want to play around with some more circles to add embellishing areas. So I cut a couple of extra circles and trace around them with black just to help lift them off the page. I'm going to add a little bit of cotton. I'm going to add my journal and a couple of little stickers, and then finally, as I'm starting to get towards the end of this layout, thinking, you know, I really like how this looks, I love the circle elements, but it just needed that little bottom cluster to have something a little bit extra to it. So I decide that I'm going to add some more stickers, and I'm going to pardon me, sorry, I'm going to tuck those in behind the circles that I've already got here, and just embellish this a little bit more. It just needed that something extra. I was pretty happy with it. I was loving the texture, but definitely needed to add just a little bit more embellishing. So I'm going to use one of the tags and this little frame and go ahead and just add a couple more little bits and pieces to this particular page. All right, that is September all done and dusted. So I hope that you have enjoyed the sketch series this month. I hope it's inspired you like it inspired me to get creative. Thank you so much for watching the video. I hope that if you're not already subscribed, you'll hit that little subscribe button. And of course, check out Kitaholic Kits.